Hello, hi. My name is Akan. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to participate in this hackathon. Currently building Open Engram, which is part of a wider ecosystem that I hope to deploy someday. It's called Open Nucleus, which is um, an electronic health record project for sub-Saharan Africa, but more specifically about Open Engram. Um, it's a TypeScript-based library that tries to mimic certain biological systems. So I don't primarily have a background in a technical background per se. I do have a medical background and work as a pediatric doctor. But when I saw this hackathon, it felt like the opportunity to try to bring to life some of the things, some of the ideas I have. And one of those burning questions I've always had was how do we translate human biology into um, into essentially code things like seeing the way AI behaves with like memory. The best way to, I believe the best way to build things is to mimic biological systems, and we've already got like a perfect model of how we feel AI systems memory should work, and it's the thing between both of our ears, which is the human memory. And it sent me down this line where I had to research a few um, published scientific papers to see what how much we know about the not just the anatomy and the physiology of the brain itself, but more in terms of how it actually functions and how human memory works, and then try to build it into like an architecture that can be implemented in like a technical way and then used by AI systems as like a proof of concept. I tried to create like a mini 1 to 2 page white paper to explain my train of thoughts with this. So we open Engram. I built a system where events go through like a sensory buffer and there's like an attention gate that determines what then goes forward to the working memory. And then things, if it's classed as important or it meets a certain threshold, it gets promoted to the episodic memory, and then periodically goes through like a consolidation phase that then filters things up to a semantic memory. And I built like a quick demo to show that. So there are a few um packages here that I've pushed and deployed to npm, so you can install them, and the links are attached on the GitHub. And in terms of, there's a quick demo app there that you can run locally. You can also run in online mode, which uses PowerSync Cloud. But if you run it locally, which I have been mostly doing for the purpose of this testing, what it does is it deploys 3 AI agents, and it shows how these agents are able to share memory um, using this architecture based off what they know. And this is the research agent, um, where I've tasked it with doing research on um, how certain memory structures work. And on the side here, you can see how much working memory it has. See some sensory information, what's in its working memory, what's in its episodic store. It's usually tagged, given a label and an ID, and what's then in the semantic store. And then you can then access some of this, the information from the research agent and the analysis agent, and then in also the synthetic agent. But what I really find cool is I created like this brain graph where you're able to visualize like the relationship um between this memory stores. And take for example, if you look at the research agent, you can isolate out the sensory part, and then isolate just the working memory, and then click through it and then see, try to try to make sense of how all of these associations are done, and then bring in the episodic memory, and do the same also, just adding in um, all of the other agents, and then going ahead from there. I'll try to deploy this on a free platform and see how it works in production. But for now, it works just locally. And from the GitHub, there are certain ways you can integrate it with other frameworks, things like Master, Versa AI, LangChain. It's not fully tested yet, but I think it works. I think it works. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to work on this hackathon. It's been a pleasure.